Things will look a bit different, obviously, with COVID-19.
Our Savannah Fish looks at what changes you can expect.
Michigan voters are gearing up for the primary election on Tuesday, August 4th. But with COVID-19, voters should expect a different in-person voting experience.
It's different. The last time that we were kind of normal here in Michigan was March 10th, which was election day. That's when we had the first positive COVID case in the state of Michigan. So ever since then, obviously we've been preparing to get back to work, but getting prepared for the upcoming elections.
Grand Rapids City Clerk Joel Hondorp says part of that preparation was mailing out more than 34,000 absentee ballots to Grand Rapids voters. He says compared to 4 years ago, just based on absentees, he's already seeing a 100% increase in voter turnout.
Time to mail it, but it's very limited time because mail isn't next day like it used to be. So if you have an absentee ballot still, the best thing to do is find out if your city or township has a drop box. The city of Grand Rapids does at 300 Ottawa, right across from City Hall. It's very easy to drop it off, or drop it off at your city or township.
Now, if you plan on voting at your local polling place, Hondorp says the voting experience will be pretty much what you're used to, with some COVID-19 changes you've already seen in everyday life.
I think the general public has been getting very used to going through stores and various other things about socially distancing and other things that go with that. So this isn't going to be a new situation. It's just another process.
Election workers have gone through new training for Election Day. And at polling places, workers will wear masks, hand sanitizer, and gloves will be provided, and voting booths will be placed 6 feet apart.
The thing to remember is the governor has stated that wearing masks while voting is encouraged, but it is not mandatory. So that's one thing to remember as voters go in and they see somebody without a mask, that they're allowed to not have to wear a mask to vote.
In Grand Rapids, Savannah Fish, Fox 17 News.
And Joel also wants to remind voters this primary election, both Democrat and Republican candidates on the same ballot. So voters have to either vote for candidates in the Democratic or Republican column. They cannot cross between.